Dear all. I wasn't there, but that's not going to stop me clogging up your inbox, especially as Scampy ducked out of doing it. The chronicler of the following match report was idling on a Norfolk beach at the time the game was taking place. Only now, after a painstaking process involving the piecing together of contemporary eyewitness accounts, can the astonishing tale be told. It is the tale of Lusty Swan hitting. The tale of middle-order collapse to rival Fern Britons when she had her gastric band removed. It is the tale of the old Contemptibles v the Swan, part Letroyce. This match report is based on a true story. All scores, events, and people are entirely accurate, only the facts themselves have been made up. The captain's story. I was sitting there, contemplating how I was going to maximize our bowling resources, to protect our laughably thin batting, when I felt something moving. I knew immediately what it was, my entire lower intestine seeking egress through miring piece. The game, for me, was up. I phoned in sick and then resigned myself to an afternoon of the Jimmy Smiths. The standing captain's story. If there's one thing I've learned while standing in the deep, shouting abuse, it's that my teammates intensely dislike being ordered about in the field. So I just let them wander around like RSPCA approved corn-fed chickens. Alas, they also caught like them. And batted rather more poorly. The professor's story. My bowling was, as ever, exemplary. I was holding, I was Truman. Hell, when you throw in my batting as well, I was Flintoff, all pace and fury, but without the injuries and the swollen liver with the consistency of pate. Well, maybe the odd injury. And then bigger boys came and thrapped me all over the place. Over my head, over my teammates, over the scoreboard. It was so unfair. Jesus' story. I tell you what, you'd have to be a miracle worker to prop up our batting. I've seen longer partnerships at a fucking speed dating evening. I mean, when you go from 41-42 to 41-46 in the time it takes me to knock up 5,000 fish and bread dinners, you know you're going to hell in a handcart. Christ, I'd rather play with Richard fucking Dawkins. The token woman story. I scored a 2. I scored a 2. I scored a 2. The Swan captain's story. Oh yes, we're going to win this baby, and it's all thanks to my tactical magnificence. I'm the Tsar of talent, the Ayatollah of acumen. I'm the bogeyman, slayer of tired old men, the bringer of wins. Nothing's going to stop me. Oh, bugger, I'm out for a duck, and so to the real facts, we won the toss. And, yes, it was the only thing we did win. The Swan made 132, hugely helped by the smiting of Messrs. Robson, Trigg and Shepherd. Dim and Nasher both bowled tidily, as did Slangers. One painfully expensive over accepted. Our reply, alas, was like Posh Spice's solo career, short and shit. Only our Lord Jesus Fisher did himself any favors and extras, with a massive 5. Outscored no fewer than 7 of our batsmen. Congratulations to Tom on his hat trick. Like taking candy from a group of sweaty middle-aged babies. Batting again, the Swan were kept to 120, with fine bowling from Kev H, our guest for the day, Tony, and Adrian 30 minutes late looking. For cake, Louis. The game hung in the balance for a while thanks to 42 from OLJ Fisher and useful contributions from Slangers, Gary and Kaffers. And ends 3 not out was a triumph. If you forget the 21 balls it took her. Sorry Den, you done well, in it. We ended up 103-46, by the way. Special mention must go to Slanger's catch, our first ever genuine slip catch. And special mention to Gary's tremendous drop. One day, Gary, you will hold on to a catch. Round about the time the Ravens leave the Tower of London, man of the match, Jesus, that'll be Gareth again. Well played the Swan, worthy and gracious winners. Next stop, Chatsworth for Contemptibles v Swan part Dasvia. If the weather doesn't do its usual Derbyshire shtick and rain like the proverbial mofo, see you then, Dave.